Hi, I'm Steven with Spectrum Ensemble. I'm here with Derek Tywoniuk. Is that how you pronounce your last name?
Great.
Cool. Good to know. And we're interviewing him about his piece that he's writing for our first concert.
My name is Derek Tywoniuk, and I live in Los Angeles. I'm a percussionist and composer, and I am in the stage of finishing my PhD at UCLA currently. And in terms of what I play a lot of new music, but occasionally in an orchestra. And then in terms of what I write, it's a lot of solo and chamber music, but occasionally large ensemble stuff too. Well, I just wrote a piece for this piano duo Hocket, plus myself. So, sort of an expanded idea of a piano duo. So there's a piano, toy piano, melodica, and then a percussion setup part. And it's part of this composer-performer initiative that they're doing. So that will be premiered in March, so I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, actually, I recently just started following Hocket because of you, but they're pretty cool.
They're great.
Yeah.
Sarah Gibson, Thomas Karchep. Check them out. I'm in the dreaded dissertation year, so I'm writing a dissertation in two parts, which half of it is writing a percussion concerto, and then half of it is writing sort of a large-scale analysis that follows a few different parameters of a piece by George Lewis called The Will to Adorn. So I'm just trudging away at that.
Do you know who's going to play your percussion concerto yet?
To be determined. Yeah, okay. It's, I think, really important, especially as a percussionist. Percussion does tend to be very much like a sort of a straight boys club.
Macho.
Yeah, and so, you know, I definitely have felt at times like it's very hard to fit in. And I think a lot of LGBTQ people and women have had similar feelings about the percussion world. So I think it's really important to think about how to change that and make it more inclusive for other people. Two sort of recent memories come out in terms of like places where I saw more representation. One was in my undergrad, coming across the work of my now friend Brian Calhoun, who does a lot of work as like a singing percussionist, and he was not afraid to change lyrics and songs and make them gay themed, and that was really the first time I had seen anyone do that on stage, especially in the percussion world. And then more recently, it wasn't a percussion-specific concert, but Monday Evening Concerts put on an event where they played the music of Julius Eastman and Sarah Henney's, and it was really powerful to see that, not just for them to do work by queer composers, but where queerness is actually like the focal point of the work. So it's not just something that's like, oh, we're just happening to do gay stuff. It's like, no, it's actually the subject matter of this thing, and it was really well received. So to see that come from an organization, especially one that's not headed by LGBT people, was like a really touching example of allyship in a very powerful way. So that's kind of a more recent example. So things are still sort of coming together, and the working title is Ephemera, or it might possibly be Ephemera for my friend Dorothy. And it's basically sort of a collection of little queer artifacts. There's a couple different types of material. The setups are basically going to be tabletop setups for the two players, so a collection of some small instruments, desk bells, and snare drum. And so there's going to be this more rhythmic music, but then between that there's going to be these sort of like Fluxus-like prompts where I give a prompt for the performers, and then the performers generate a text depending on their own memory or personal experience. And then in terms of the more rhythmic music and the pitch material for the desk bells, it's really loosely derived from Whitney Houston's "I'm Every Woman," which is like kind of a gay anthem. And it's referenced in this poem by D. Gilson that I really love called "Supplication." But I just think of it as like one of my favorite queer poems of like the last 5 or so years. But there's still like, it's sort of in a collection of like loose pages and fragments right now, so I'm still figuring out exactly how all these are going to fit together, or if there might be some element of the performers choosing the order of some of these events.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah.
Great. Well, we're excited to see where it goes and like start practicing it. Hopefully the text isn't too difficult to learn then. I'm sort of nervous about that part, but
It'll be fun. It'll be great.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on board.
For doing this interview and for writing a piece for our first concert. Thanks for watching. You can find Spectrum Ensemble on Facebook and Instagram, or our website, www.spectrumensemble.org. Thanks. Bye. Cool. So, what was my last question?
The piece I'm writing for.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
The whole reason we're here.